learn. But I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to say it because I'm in Phoenix City and the press is here, so I'll be held accountable for what I'm about to say. Randy, board members, administrators, students, teachers, I've not witnessed anything in the state of Alabama compared to this. Absolutely nothing. That sets it apart. And I've visited some others that are doing some remarkable sorts of things, and they're focused all on the right things. But the thing that you've made really your focus is how do you invest in your people? How do you take your teachers and your administrators and give them the skills and the background and the professional development to do this new work? Because there's some of us that are still teaching that weren't taught to be teachers this way. And it's a shift for many of us, and I know that, and we've asked a lot of you, but you have, based on what I've seen today, you've not only made the shift, you've implemented. Every child that I spoke to, and I tried to speak to children in every environment I went in today, every child could tell me why they were doing what they were doing, which is the true measure of if a school is meeting the needs of their students. When the kids can tell you what they're doing, the ability for your leaders to talk about the future that they're wanting to create, not just for themselves, but for people that are going to come after you. I just have full confidence that this plan that you developed will get funded. If there's anything, not that we could possibly, but if the state can be a catalyst to give a reference, to call, to write letters on your behalf, my goodness, we would welcome the opportunity to do that.
Thank you.
As you're going through the process. To the board members that I know have the ultimate responsibility for this school system, obviously you've chosen an unbelievable leader. What I have found in schools, and we call them positive deviants, we have schools over here that have the same demographics, the same type of kids, the same resources, the same whatevers. We've got schools over here that have the exact same thing. The difference between those that are achieving and those that are not is leadership. So you've got a great leader, and the leaders that I've met in your schools equally as well. And that has obviously spilled over into your students, because student leaders in third grade that were sitting there talking about the work they're doing is just remarkable. So my takeaway from this is I have a message to share to the rest of the state of Alabama. If you want to see STEM, and y'all have crafted a term that I've never heard before, we're going to STEM kids out of poverty. I've never heard that phrase before, so coin it, patent it. I'm about to use it broadly. But my message, and that's why we're doing this, is to be able to go back and through our state board, Betty Peters is here who represents you on our state board of education. Our role, my role and their role is to create a policy environment that allows these sorts of things to happen. And hopefully we're doing that on a regular basis to give you that space to be innovative and creative and to do schools differently, which obviously you're doing. And now the message to the rest of the state is if you want to see what it looks like in reality, you come to Phoenix City. You come to Phoenix City.
On behalf of Phoenix City Schools, we'd like to present you with this gift bag as an appreciation for your position.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I'd ask you a question, to your board and to those that are here that work in your school system. What can we do as a state department, as a state board of education to leverage what you're doing to help you continue this path forward?
We have been to Denver, we've talked with people from California, we have been to Boston, we have been all across this state, and we're finding that we have quality professional development right here in Alabama. ARI, AMSTI, the CCRS training, all those things are highly valued. I would ask to continue to support. I've read some of the budget proposals for the upcoming school year, and I don't have to tell you this, but we do have media here. We've got to protect the Education Trust Fund.
Absolutely.
We've got to continue, we've got to get back to some type of level funding in the state. We need more professional development. funding, and I know I'm talking a lot about funding today, but you asked.
Sure.
I've got a PowerPoint somewhere. No, really, I didn't. But to continue those things and the great leadership, we follow your lead, sir, and you have been innovative since day one, coming into the State Department and breath of fresh air, still is. So, and we appreciate your leadership, your guidance, and I know just about everybody that you brought with you today, and they're phenomenal people. And we have phenomenal people here in Phoenix City. We built this, whatever it is, vision we like to call it. Sometimes we may call it some other things because there's a lot to it. There's a lot more that we did not show today. And I just hate that the adults, not all of you, got to witness the articulation of our students today. They were phenomenal. Let's give them a round. Dr. Weiss, as you can tell from the Friends of Phoenix City Schools and higher ed people that are here today, it's a shared vision. And there is ownership. We've learned through Discovery Education, where are you saying, not to say buy-in, we call it ownership now. And there's ownership of the plan. I have to now get out of Tommy Vickers' way because he's leading. I have to get out of Bobby Cook's way. I have to get out of Mr. Suchman's way. We've got some educational leaders here today, our principal directors and our supervisors. Would you please stand, please? Because these are the people, Phoenix City Board of Education. I know you're all there tonight. It stops with our leaders in our system. And so it's a shared vision, and I really appreciate your ownership and what you're doing. And Thomas, you just get out of the way, Randy. You're going to build your own STEM labs whether we do them or not. So that's phenomenal. Thank you so much for being with us.
And let me say this, and Eddie will echo this. The board just met last week, and they've made a commitment to exactly what you said, to make sure that the funding that we're able to get for public education goes to the school system.
Yeah.
The legislature to do is fully fund the foundation program.
Correct.
Because if they fully funded the foundation program, Phoenix City Schools would have a lot of money that they're currently having to use for things that the state should be paying for to do a lot more innovative sorts of things. So that's our goal, is to get the foundation program fully funded. And I'm very pleased to say that the college presidents, the two-year college presidents, myself and others have created a new organization called Alabama Unites for Education to do just that, to protect the Education Trust Fund. We have decided we will not stand for any more money to be taken from that to be given to something else when we have needs and
Never.